Hi there. Today we're going to talk about the latest book by John Le Carre, and this will be his final book. And it explores the usual themes in most of Le Carre's work: loyalty, deceit, set on a framework of the intelligence services. And the plot is at the same time convoluted and thin. And he introduces some characters who are familiar types in his from his previous work. For example, we have Julian, who has left a career in finance to run a bookshop in a small village. He is befriended by Edward, who comes into the store and is of foreign extraction, turns out it's Polish extraction. And as the plot unfolds, Edward was a top agent for British intelligence in Europe, particularly during the Cold War days. And his handler later became his wife, and she is now terminally ill. Then his daughter becomes the love interest of Julian in the usual Le Carre rather lopsided way. Then there is Proctor, who works for British intelligence and has been put into the domestic security side, and he's investigating something which you're not really clear what he's investigating for a lot of the book. There's a section where he visits an air base, which is an intelligence hub, and with underground facilities and so on, and he's poking around there, but you don't really know what it's all about, and not in a good way. Then he goes on to interview two former members of the service about their relationship with Edward and his handler, and but like in a lot of Le Carre books, the interviewer never really discloses what he's after. You know, he cloaks it with all sorts of other inquiries and so on, and but they suspect what he's after, that he's looking for signs of treachery. So, and the ending is, I would say, pretty abrupt and unsatisfactory. It turns out this was an unfinished work. It was completed by his son, and it shows really the seams are there and the cracks are there, and it does feel rather unfinished. I didn't know that when I read the book, but that was the feeling throughout. Not one of his better books. John Le Carre could be uneven. He could write masterpieces, and some of his works are among the best in the genre, without a doubt, leading the genre. And some of them struggle quite a bit, and this unfortunately falls into the latter category. And it won't be a book he'd be remembered for, but fortunately his legacy has already been assured.